Now, one of the World Cup's brightest stars is Leo Messi. He recently signed a contract that pays him $27 million a year, which is more than any other player in the world. He's a global star. But already some are asking who the next star and where will he come from? Joel Richards will anchor our coverage of the World Cup, and he joins us now live from Rio de Janeiro with much more. This is pretty cool. That's a lot of money.
Evening, Phil. Well, it certainly is a lot of money. Of course, the World Cup, all about national pride, but also the superstars here in Brazil. That superstar is Neymar. He's teammates with Leo Messi. But as you rightly said there, while everyone here, all eyes on the current crop of stars, there is also behind the scenes going on, where's the next world superstar going to come from? The kind that commands those kind of wages that you just mentioned there. And of course, there are a few places in the world where they're expecting the next Messi to come from more than in his hometown in Rosario in Argentina. To see Leo Messi, locals in Rosario watch him on television or go to the City Museum. Like so many players, Messi's professional career developed abroad. He played for Newell's Old Boys until he was just 13. The unbeaten youth side he formed part of before emigrating was nicknamed the Machine. Ernesto Vecchio, a mechanic by trade, coached that side.
The
way you see Messi play today, that is how he played when he was younger, exactly the same.
Vecchio worked for Newell's Old Boys for 28 years. Mornings at his garage, afternoons coaching youngsters. He says Messi was an exceptional talent, right from the start.
Out of 1,000 kids, 1 or 2 make it. It's not easy.
Vecchio now works for Sarmiento, a small club with 300 players associated with the Leo Messi Foundation in Rosario. They train youngsters with a view to sending them off to play in Europe.
We use a similar methodology to the youth football in Barcelona. We use the same lines, but adapted the idiosyncrasies of our country and our city.
Those idiosyncrasies include lower quality training facilities and kids with underprivileged backgrounds. Football is seen as one route to a better life for many families, and for clubs and player agents, it's big business. There are hundreds of schools like these around Argentina, giving young players the training that they hope will give them a career in the professional game. Player transfers worldwide are a $3 billion a year industry, and after Brazil, Argentina is one of the world's largest exporters of players. Rosario takes as much pride in its sports talent as it does its agricultural output.
We're the cereal capital, or one of the largest soy exporting ports in the world. We are one of the great football capitals, not just in Argentina, but in the whole of America.
On Leo Messi's shoulders rest Argentina's hopes for World Cup success. Back home, clubs rely on selling players, whether they're the next Messi or not. Well, Rosario very much then one of the important cities in Argentina for producing world-class talent. Leo Messi, Angel Di Maria and Javier Mascherano, just 3 players in the current Argentina team then that come from that city. But of course, if we're waiting for the next Messi, then just to put it in a bit of a perspective, it was 30 years since Maradona, so we may have a bit of a wait on our hands, Phil.
Joe, I don't think we can wait another 30 years. I guess I want to ask you, you know, Latin America is so rich in its history and culture of these players. Is it possible that the next one may not even come from Argentina? It could be Brazil. It could be any of the countries down there, couldn't it?
Well, for sure. And the story of Leo Messi really is one that's shared across the continent. There is obviously between Brazil with their 5 World Cups and Argentina with 2. They do nonetheless fight out this dominancy in South America and who produces the most amount of talent. And certainly between Brazil and Argentina, they are 2 of the largest exporters of quality. And as we mentioned, Neymar and Messi, though, 2 examples of players who've had to go to Europe to continue their careers. And in the current squads, this really is the picture that Brazil have only 4 players based in the National League in their squad, and Argentina have just 3, Phil.
Joel Richards, live for us, Rio de Janeiro. We look forward to your well, wall-to-wall coverage, and we will have extensive coverage of the business side of the World Cup throughout the entire tournament. That's all coming up, of course, this week.